Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be playing around with new makeup brushes. Now I have been using Divisoria makeup brushes for so long, so I thought, you know what, it's time to change it up, test out new brushes, and just see which ones I like better, or just add to my makeup brush collection. So that's why I'm going to be testing out these babies today. This Real Techniques Everyday Essentials set comes with 4 brushes and a sponge. Now actually here in the back it tells me what exactly to use all the different brushes for, but you know what, I don't usually follow those, so I'm just gonna play it by how I want to use them, and then I'm just gonna go from there. Before we get into all of this, I just want to invite you guys to subscribe, ring the bell icon, comment on this video, and of course to join my giveaway. So I'm gonna be testing all of these out today, and I'm so very excited. So if you guys want to see my review on these, my first impressions, just keep on watching. First up, I'm going to be trying out this brush right here. This one is the RT200. Now this one to me looks like a really good brush to use for concealer or foundation. Now, actually today I'm going to be skipping foundation. I'm just going to be going straight into my Maybelline Instant Age Red Concealer, and I'm just going to use that as my base because for my everyday makeup I don't do foundation. I just use this concealer and then I'm good to go. I'm just going to put this under my eyes. I like making a triangle. Yeah, I make a big triangle on my chin, around my nose because I have so much redness around my nose, and right here. I know I look really weird right now, but I will look better in a second. Wow, I look so white. Now I'm gonna use this RT200 brush. Wow, it is so soft. Well, I'm just putting it on my hand, but let's test it out on my face. I didn't think it was possible, but this is actually softer than my usual brushes. I'm really liking this brush. I think it's really great to blend out, especially liquids, so foundations, concealers. I think this is really great because it's super duper soft, but at the same time it's dense. Is that the right term? Yeah, so it's dense, so it won't soak up a lot of the product. My under eyes have not been the best, so I'm just gonna add more product to that, and also to whatever blemishes I see everywhere else. Wow, that is a lot of blemishes. To blend out my under eyes, I'm gonna be using the Real Techniques sponge. Now right now it's actually really dry, but it's so super soft and I love it, so I'm excited to see how much softer it gets when I wet it. So I'm just gonna spray it with the water. This Real Technique sponge is super duper wet. I sprayed it so much, but for some reason it didn't expand, or I don't know, maybe it wasn't made to expand, but it's also super soft and damp right now, so I'm gonna use it on my under eyes. I actually really like how this feels on my skin, and it doesn't pick up a lot of product, which is great. I actually like the coverage of the sponge so much better than using the brush, so I'm just gonna do it all over again, but just using the sponge. Ooh, definitely so much better. There's something about this sponge that, I don't know, I just prefer the finish. It's also really soft and it just blends out really fast. I like how my base looks right now. The brush was really great to spread out the product, but the sponge, it really smoothened everything out, which I really love, and it doesn't look like it soaked up a lot of product, which I think is really great. Now I'm gonna be trying out this brush right here. This is the 402, so it says here that it's actually for highlighter, but I'm gonna use this to powder under my eyes. I'm gonna be using my BTLA compact powder in the shade Sand. Wow, this feels so good. I really love brushes that just make me feel relaxed. Do you guys do that? Like, do you just feel really relaxed with certain brushes? Well, that's what I feel with these brushes. I'm gonna go back to this brush to powder the rest of my face. I love finishing off my powder with a really fluffy brush, so I'm gonna be going in with this one. This is the RT400 brush. It's the fluffiest one. I think this is gonna be one of my favorites, so I'm just gonna dip it into the powder and just lightly powder everything. So I basically lightly powdered my entire face with this brush, and it was great. I loved it. It felt so good all over my face, and I don't know if you guys do this, but I like using the same brush for multiple things. So even though I already used this for powder, I'm also going to be using it for contour and blush, and for that I'll be using my Coco Collection face palette. I love this one. I've been using this every day since I got it. So I'm gonna be taking this shade right here to chisel out my face. This one is such a great bronzer or contour brush because it just blends it out so well and it looks so natural. I mean, usually when I would apply bronzer or contour, it just looks a bit too harsh. Then I have to go in with a different brush and then blend it out. But this one, I mean, look at that. It already looks blended out and I had no problems with it whatsoever. So this one is really, really great. Now I'm gonna try it out with the blush. I'm loving how my blush looks right now. I mean, look at that. It's so beautiful. And you know what? This is definitely my favorite brush in this entire thing. I mean, wow. Look at, this was the easiest that I've had applying contour and blush. It just blends it out so beautifully and it doesn't add any harsh lines, which a lot of brushes do. So you end up blending it out. But this one, I mean, wow. I have one more brush left in here. This is the RT300. Now this one is actually for the eyes, but I'm also going to use it to contour my nose and also my crease. So let's see if it's a good contour brush. My nose looks really good. I love putting the bronzer shade that I use on my crease, just so everything ties in together. To finish off the face, I'm going to be taking my favorite brush into some powder and I'm just going to lightly go over it, just, you know, to give it a final blend. I don't know, I like doing this, especially here on the nose. I just don't want it to look like super harsh contour, you know? Now I'm gonna be doing a simple eye look with my Carly Bible BH Cosmetics palette. I love this palette. I use it so much and this is my favorite shade here. This is, I don't know what it's called. It's just some brown shade right here and I like adding that to my crease. This is a really great brush. I can even use it to blend out the eyeshadow. Usually I need multiple brushes to do my eyes, but this one is just one brush and my crease is nice and deepened. So now I'm gonna pick a lid shade. I'm just gonna use my finger for this because I am out of brushes. So I'm just gonna take this shade right here. It's this beautiful peachy type of shade. I love using this shade. Look at that. I love the glowiness of it. Now I'm just gonna blend out the edges just so it doesn't look weird. For my lower lash line, I'm gonna be using this random brush and dipping into the same crease shade just to line it. I think this really makes such a difference because it really smokes out your eye and it makes it so much more defined. That's it for the eyes, just a super simple eye look. So now I'm gonna be taking this 402 brush to do my highlight and I'm gonna be using this highlight right here. This is such a beautiful highlight, especially for my skin tone. So I'm just gonna put it right here. Wow, that is, I love it. I really love this part of doing makeup where everything just comes together. And this highlight, wow. I mean, I'm not reviewing the highlight, but this brush is so good. I may have overdone it with the highlight. I think I put too much. So I'm just gonna lightly blend it out a bit. Now for the last and final step, lipstick. So this one is the Maybelline Creamy Mattes in the shade Clay Crush. This has been my go-to lipstick for a while now. I don't know why. It's just, I don't know, I just love it. This is it. This is my finished look using the Real Techniques Everyday Essentials set. Now I have to say that this set is so amazing. I love it. Every single brush is so super soft that it's just so relaxing to put it on your face. Do you have brushes like that wherein you just put it on your face and you just feel so relaxed, you want to sleep, you just, wow, you just feel like everything's just so fluffy around you. That is what I feel with this set. And also the sponge, I thought it was weird that the sponge didn't expand when I wet it, but it's so soft and feels so great on the skin. It blends out really well. Actually, all of the brushes, it just blends out powders really well. And usually with my brush, well, the brushes I usually use, I have to go in with a different brush just to blend it out to make it look more natural. But with these, wow, it just has a beautiful blend. There's no harsh lines, which I think is really, really great. So everything from the face brushes to the eye brushes, everything was great. And I also love that I was able to use different brushes for different things. Like for example, this one is actually a blush brush, but I used it for powder and contour and blush and everything, which is really great. And this one, you can also use it for powder and foundation, concealer. There really are no rules here, which I think is really great with makeup and makeup brushes. Well, with beauty in general, there really are no rules here. You can use anything for any purpose. Well, you know what, as long as it works for you. So yeah, that's basically it. That's my first impressions and review on the Real Techniques Everyday Essentials set. You know, I heard a lot of great things about Real Techniques brushes, but it's actually my first time trying it out for myself, and I have to say I am so very impressed. Every single thing was amazing, and if you guys have not tried Real Techniques yet, I highly suggest it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys on my next one. Mwah!